How Long Gone? It is actually a Wednesday because of our travel schedule. We had to record today.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what, Jason? I'm happy to do it. It doesn't bother me at all. It was on the calendar. Our guest was able to rearrange and accommodate us. So we're in a lucky position to be able to do this.
What a great attitude that you have right now, Chris, I got to say.
Well, I just did something that other New Yorkers can probably relate to where I perfectly timed something using the New York City subway system, which has a mind of its own, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to meet Derek Blasberg for lunch at basically Upper East Side, Capo
Blasey
Massa.
baby?
Yeah, Capo Massa. And then
Capo Massa is the name of the restaurant.
yeah, it's like the Gagosian sushi restaurant. It was delicious, I have to say.
Okay.
It was amazing. We had a very nice piece of melon for dessert, which made me think of you.
Do you know what kind of melon?
It was
We'll move on after.
It was green,
Mm-hmm.
light green, obviously. It wasn't a Kermit, shade.
And the Honeydew family.
It was in the Honeydew family.
You and Blasey baby rounded out a great omakase lunch.
Yeah,
was the melon cut or was it just...
Oh, no, it was cut. We both got our own, sliver, and each piece was pre-sliced.
Got it. Okay.
You know what I mean? So you could pull it out yourself.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay.
But the point is of this story, it was a delicious lunch and I had a great time. But the point of the story is I timed it perfectly and got off the 6 train on Spring Street, was able to stop for a coffee and got home with 10 minutes to spare, fill up my water, wash my hands, and now I'm here to podcast with you.
He's done it again, folks.
He's done it again. Well, that's the thing. I haven't done it again. I've done it. So that's why I'm so excited.
He's done it for once. One
yeah, exactly.
time. Okay, so typically you are not in the habit of making NYC your bitch. It's sort of the other way around. And for once, you made NYC your bitch?
Yeah, I am New York City's bitch for life, but I did. Yeah, for once, something worked properly. Even though it's 100 degrees outside, it was still, I'm not even sweating. It was that seamless.
Wow. Okay, congrats.
I know. Thank you.
It's all down here from there, brother.
Are you still in Palm Springs? Because sweat is going to be an issue.
I am still in Palm Springs. I was lucky enough to get a late checkout so I could
so we could do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you weren't ready to leave yet, so I'm glad that you could stay for a couple
one more hour. Push it.
Just another hour.
But it's been nice. It's been nice. It's at first it was a little. You go through all the stages of, poolside desolate vacation. You know what I mean? Where it's like, what do you do here? 0. And then, you kind of go through all the stages of...
Sure, you cycle through every emotion.
Well, you have to sort of... At first, you're like, the world's your oyster, what are you going to do? And then after a while, you're like, oh, this is it. And then once you sort of get into the flow of pool... Read book till it gets too hot, go in the water, come back, read book.
Yeah, sure.
You get a handful of cherries, read book, go to pool, boom,
I hope those cherries were in a nice bowl of ice. I don't mean to put you on the spot. But...
They were in a plastic cup, iceless, but they were refrigerated Rainier cherries.
Iceless sounds like your bitch's neck.
Oh, she has a selection of pieces. How dare you?
I didn't buy them, but she has some. She has diamonds on her neck.
Oh, my shorty, iceless, currently.
Oh, God.
Going through a rough patch. But, I guess the cool part about it, since it is 109 every day, you get the AC always on situation.
Yeah,
which
that is nice.
There's pros, there's cons to it, but there's also go into the shower. All you have to do, you never have to fumble with getting the right water temperature, I got to learn each, if you're the Four Seasons or the Belmond or the Motel 6, it takes a little while to figure out the combo of hot and cold, and there's a spike here, but when it's 109, you just turn the cold on full blast. The water is still pretty hot when it's on cold, just in terms of the local basin from the Coachella Valley is already steaming, so you have a set. You don't have to make any decisions. It's like, what are we going to do? Just survive,
That's if all you have to do is survive, it's kind of nice. The brain is able to shut off completely.
But I'm getting lucky with restaurant picks because it's it really is a crapshoot, and I hate almost everything out here. But there's little bits and pieces.
Yeah, for sure.
We found the Shintaro of Coachella.
Oh, that's nice.
Last night.
Let me, Chris. Let me combine our interests. Coachella and Shintaro. Are you with me? Okay. Was it
The
banging?
Shintaro of Palm Springs, we'll say.
Yeah, sure.
I felt like it has a Christian undertone to it.
Love that.
So there's Matthew 3:6 on the menu and shit. There's like cartoons of Jesus on the menu.
Oh, it's like overt. It's not. They ain't slick with it.
It's overt. The place is
Wow.
called Joyce's Sushi. It's
Joyce does sound like a Christian name, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, interesting. And there's nobody named Joyce who works at this restaurant. There is not even a female that works at this restaurant, but amazing merch. I'm sending you a photo of the hat right now.
Did you cop?
I didn't cop. I decided to take a photo and steal it for my own merch, but
Oh yeah, this is really good. This is really good. So it
looks like something Ben Edgar would be envious of.
This is very object company, but there's an interesting choice in kerning, let's say, between the apostrophe and the S, almost like something is being left out, but it also could. Do you think this is purely stylistic, or do you think this is a mistake?
This is a collaboration with Idea Books. It's probably what it is.
Yeah, this could be. Yeah. This could All England Techno Club, Joyce's Sushi. I see the through line.
Well,
I don't work here.
The interesting thing is, every once in a while you'll go to a menu in a foreign country, or sometimes you are the foreigner in the not foreign country, and they'll have words spelled in different ways, And this is not just an English thing. It happens in every language, but it'll be in English, but some of the words will be mixed around, and it's fine. It's not a big deal. It gets you there. But this menu had one that I had never seen before.
Okay.
So it was like stating something like they had like a buy one sake get one free happy hour special or something like that. But the word free was spelled. Jesus Christ. It was something that was I could not even imagine,
like how they got there, like beyond.
It's obviously a 4-letter word, and we know it's spelled FREE. But it was.
Let's not assume.
It was in a way that my brain I literally
couldn't compute.
I can't recall it right now. It took me so long to figure it out.
Was it bad enough that you almost didn't know what the word meant? Even with context clues, you know what I'm saying?
I had no idea what.
Okay.
No. That's 1,000.
Okay. You had
just
no
the way that a common 4-letter word. I'm able to sort of unjumble them.
Sure, this one was unjumblable.
There was something about it. It was hidden in plain sight what this was, and it was also using emojis, and I think emojis on menus and just marketing in general is really starting to change. And make the world a more global place, because
it's true. It's the language we all speak.
Emoji is a language that we all speak. Pictures, returning back to Neanderthal cave drawings.
No. Let's.
That's one way to spin it.
No,
I would like you to spin it.
I'm spinning it as childlike wonder, and the power of illustration and imagination. Something that I think that is of course underappreciated in our crumbling society.
Well,
but I'm. This merch is cool as fuck, and I want to go to. I mean, I have no plans to come back to Palm Springs, but I miss it kind of.
Yeah, they had some. The same thing. I'll tell you is what I told Carolyn. We don't need to go for the uni in Palm Desert.
Sure.
Stick to the basics. Stick to the basics. Don't get greedy. Don't get cocky.
No. You can't get cocky with the uni. Uni is bad everywhere I've ever had it, and I think I've had some of the best, according to someone. But I can't imagine it in Palm Springs when it's 110 when the sun's down.
Yeah.
That just doesn't feel right.
Desert oysters, obviously, they come in frozen.
What's up? We're headlining Desert Oyster Fest this year. It's going to be sick.
Yeah,
we got Sublime.
The toilets are clogged from 3 to 7, so just cruise wisely, plan accordingly.
If you want the VIP Shuckers package, just get in touch. Ticketmaster, they'll sort you out.
Shuckers package. Yeah, that is nice.
I had an interesting conversation. I went to so GQ had a dinner with the Italian brand Canali last night that we went to at Borgo, which was delicious. I hadn't been there yet, and I was
This is
seated.
the one where you got all wet, had to wear a suit.
I did. I was all wet, and I was set. It was me. It was Alex, me, Cameron Winter, who I'd never met, obviously a fan of, and then across from us was Walton Goggins, the star of stage and screen. And I didn't
This is a hot table.
I didn't realize that Walton is from basically just a different suburb that I'm from. And when
you got to check out GQ magazine. They have a profile on him where it says all about it.
Yeah, I'm sure I did read it, but I don't remember this kind of shit.
I'm
like Lithia
just
Springs. But he,
razzing you.
but he, and then I said, well, I went to like high school in Conyers, and he said I had a girlfriend in Conyers. And then I said, oh, my parents live in Decatur. And he said, I had a girlfriend that lived in Decatur. And I was like,
I used to poke on something up there too.
Yeah. I was like, wow, this is really cool that I could say any city in a 2-hour radius of Atlanta, and you would have probably had sex with someone in that radius. It was very impressive.
Okay, so you, Cameron, and Walton Goggins.
Matt Sweeney, and we had a great conversation about Amy Winehouse and the power of her music.
Oh, okay.
I know. I get emotional.
I still feel like Matt Sweeney doesn't like me.
He probably doesn't like either of us. That's kind of part of the charm, I think. That's kind of part of the charm. but we discovered because Cameron was wearing an Elvis shirt, and Will Welch was like, I wear an Elvis shirt sometimes, and then Matt Sweeney was like, I also have an Elvis shirt, and they said that you get a lot of positive verbal responses from lesbians when you wear an Elvis shirt. Which is a lot to unpack, and I feel like there's more there.
A lesbian icon, Elvis Presley.
Yeah, which I didn't realize. I mean, obviously Elvis is an icon to many, but I didn't know he was embraced so warmly in the lesbian community. Lesbians, reach out. Let us know if we're wrong.
The more you say it, the more I see it. I feel like
it makes sense.
I feel like Lily, friend of the show from Celebrity Book Club.
Oh yes, of course.
I feel like she has done a few Elvis looks in her day. I think the Elvis haircut has been adopted by the snail mails of the world, et cetera, et cetera. I think Elvis has lesbian hair.
Elvis does has lesbian.
Betty Davis eyes, Elvis Presley hair.
That's all you. That's all you need. That's all you need to kind of get me going carnal. Yeah. Anyway, but it was it was fun, and I got home at a reasonable hour. But we're back at it. I have to go to that new Condé Nast book party is tonight at the original Condé Nast building in the Frank Gehry designed cafeteria.
Oh, okay.
Which should be a fun, because I've been in there, but it's been a long, long time. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to asking you if I'm looking forward to trying the David's cod protein, which we want to talk about. Did you see?
I wrote about it today, actually.
Oh, really?
I wrote about it for pulling. Well, not that in particular. I wrote about how awful the protein trend has become, and that this, even though it was clever, feels like a real, like, maybe that means protein is over.
Right, the nail in the protein coffin.
Like, they did it. It worked. It was a good marketing idea.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like, how much further after protein cereal? I thought we were done, but the hits keep coming.
No, I mean, Chloe's protein popcorn kind of one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break. For me, the David protein cod, I don't know.
Well,
what I worry about it is it will only be purchased the way vinyl is purchased nowadays.
yeah.
Like, people will just buy it to post a screenshot of their shopping cart.
Yeah.
As like an epic win, because like now that Love Island is over, they have to like buy stuff to entertain again. But I'm sure the homogenized virgin protein is good.
Yeah, virgin protein.
You should only be allowed to eat it like a David bar as well.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, you have to eat it. You have to unsheath it and eat it raw.
You have to eat it like a fucking turkey chomp.
That's
chomps with a Z.
Turkey chomps with a Z. All right, we have a guest today. Joe Keery is a actor, musician. He has a new album out. What's it called? The Crux?
It's called The Crux.
The Crux. Got it. All right, we got The Crux. And we're looking forward to catching up with our homie here. Let's give him a call, Jason.
Let's give him a call, even though we're already talking to him.
Joe, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
What's good, bro? You got headphones on by any chance?
I do not.
Could you get them?
Well, I don't have any.
Okay, well, that answers that. And just to be clear, you're a professional musician, correct?
I'm actually even at the studio, so I have headphones. I just don't know how to plug them into my phone. Hold on, let me see
Oh,
if I
because
can
it's
figure it
it's a
out.
it's a dongle situation.
I'll tell you, I'm extremely technically challenged.
Most of your type
This
are.
is something we come against a lot, actually. Where's the studio?
New York City,
Okay.
sitting in Lee's office at this studio's Electric Lady.
Oh, I'm familiar with Electric Lady.
It's the premiere. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm
So do you
spoiled.
feel like the ghosts in the walls help you there, or is it just like you can go to dinner in the West Village right after you finish?
I feel somewhere in between, I guess. It's funny because, like, obviously there's so much history at this place, and
Yeah, for
when I
sure.
first started coming here, I kind of was like a little intimidated, but I guess pretty quickly in, you sort of are like, well, I'm not confronted day to day with the fact that any of these legendary people were recording there. It just kind of feels like your place after a while.
Mm.
So that's kind of nice, but it's definitely not lost on me. I mean, like from David Bowie to AC/DC to Jimi Hendrix to Lana Del Rey, and everybody has recorded
No,
here.
it's a cool. I was literally having this discussion with a friend at dinner last night, and I was like, I don't understand the idea of like we have to go to the middle of nowhere or we have to go to Malibu. The idea of being able to record in Manhattan and, like I said, go to dinner, go to your apartment, go to the Bowery Hotel, any of these options sound better to me than being like in West Texas with six guys.
Go to this bowl.
Exactly. Yeah, you can hit this bowl after the studio. It's
It's a
nice.
total and I guess like there aren't many of them left that are like this. This is like kind of a one of a kind sort of place. But I agree. I mean, it's convenient to be able to like, especially like if you're traveling around a lot, to be able to like have something like this in a major hub that feels like a sanctuary and feels like a place where you can kind of, I don't know, let your guard down. It's great.
You can let your freak flag fly over Electric
You
Lady.
can, you can, you
I
can.
understand that. But you live in New York, right?
I do. Yeah, I live here.
Okay, I didn't know. But for how a long time, or have you, is it like fairly recent?
Since the beginning of 2023, so just over 2 years, I
Oh,
guess.
you're still getting your sea legs, young buck. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I grew up outside of Boston in this town called Newburyport. Lived there. Then I lived in Chicago, then Atlanta and LA because I was working and shooting and stuff. And then, kind of after the pandemic, wanted to move back here and always wanted to live here.
Jason's gonna get annoyed with me, but I'm from Atlanta, so
Ah,
and when we talked to Maya, Maya like lived in a house across from my like last apartment that I lived in
on
Atlanta.
in Cabbagetown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I lived on Powell Street by Esther Beachy
That dude,
Park.
that's where my office was.
Really?
226. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
In a house, in the bottom
I'll
floor of a
allow it,
house
Chris. I'll allow it.
for a long
Jason's
time.
allowing it. He's allowing it.
I just like that it's just funny that people. I don't know. It's like I feel like as far as places you have to live for work reasons, it's probably pretty good.
It is fantastic and kind of still like sort of a secret, kind of. I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
Seems like that to me. It's like just it isn't totally blown up like, in a way. It still feels
Yeah,
like
sure.
a small
It,
town.
it feels it feels blown up to me because of what but I understand what you're saying. If you're coming from New York or LA or even Chicago, it feels much more manageable.
Yeah, even Boston is kind of like I don't know. It's got that southern sort of
You're a little too
yeah.
cool to be from Boston. This is a surprising revelation.
Hey, I don't know whether to appreciate that or take that as offense,
As a
but thank you.
Bostonian, I'm confused by that compliment.
Yeah, huh?
I've learned that Boston and Chicago have a bit of a rivalry
Mm.
in certain sports. You might
Oh
know
yeah.
that more than I would. Where do your alliances land?
That's tough.
You a Red Sox, you a Cub.
Well, I live in New York also, so it makes it even more difficult now.
Mm,
But
mm. Oh yeah, yeah. Another bitter rivalry.
I'm for sure Red Sox. I love the Cubs.
Okay.
I have a great when they won the World Series in 20 I guess it was 17 or 18. I have great memories kind of like watching the finals as that and driving down during the World Series with my dad to actually to Atlanta. But I kind of fall on the Boston side of things for sports.
I think that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I do like the Red Sox logo. I think it's a great historic logo.
Classic, man.
As far as like logos I'm going to wear on my body, I
As
do
far as a
like,
hat
yeah,
goes,
exactly. As far as a hat goes.
Well, I sort of brought it up because this Sunday I'm throwing out the first pitch at the Cubs Red Sox game at Wrigley. You ever thrown out a pitch, Joe?
I've never. Well, I've did it. I've done it at a Phillies game, oddly enough.
Okay.
Oh, so they the B markets were interested in you, but they could you could.
No, I'm not big enough. No, I'm not big enough for the A's. No.
I'm sorry.
Why do you think I'm releasing music, man? I'm trying to get to that,
like shit, I got to figure this shit
He's
out.
trying
I'm
to
trying to
catch
get
up
to
with
Fenway.
Slater.
That's the only reason I'm releasing
Yeah,
this music.
yeah. I got to get the big green monster under my belt before this shit is all said and done.
Okay. So Phillies, how'd you do? You throw a ball, you throw a strike, you put any sauce on it?
No, I put no sauce. I went pretty standard, but I got it over the plate and with
Okay.
not a ton of flair. But I didn't. I was there. I was watching a compilation of people who had like just absolutely biffed it. So
Yeah,
I was.
I think Jason's
scared
been, I think
straight,
Jason's been doing the same thing.
Yeah,
but he
you
sent
gotta-
me
you gotta
he sent me a video of his practice, and I was very impressed. I was very, very impressed. So, but Jason, I don't want you to get overconfident and try to put some mustard on it, and maybe
I don't know, Jason. You might want to just like absolutely just spit on that ball and throw it as fast as you can.
Well, the one thing I was considering was if there was a cameraman who's like near me. Let's call it a 2-shot. You're in the biz. We got the main shot looking over the plate, but we got another guy off to the side.
Yeah.
Getting a little B-roll. I say, where's my camera? When I wind back to pitch, right into that B camera, give him a wink, no look, straight down the middle.
If you can do that, I think that's a good idea.
I think he can say that. I don't know if he can do that. I think that is a.
I've been able to pull it off in an exhibition match, but not
sure.
not at Wrigley.
Not exhibition match. I don't know if I consider you and a guy we know throwing balls in a park to be an exhibition match.
Me and Stevie at the park in Glendale is not necessarily an exhibition match. Sure.
But the video you sent me, I feel like Stevie was sitting on a bucket too. When
No,
he was catching,
squatting.
oh, he wasn't. Oh, he was
It was a
squatting.
proper
Because
squat.
I love a bucket sit. I feel like that's real, like dad
That's
playing
softball
catch
beer
shit.
league type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. But I like that for a couple friends
I
tossing
ain't
it
above
around.
a bucket.
I ain't
Gotta
above a bucket.
practice. Must practice.
Did you, Joe? Did you wear a jersey?
Yeah, I wore a Phillies jersey. Yeah, they put my name on the back and everything.
Okay, I didn't know if did you go with anything funny or did you keep it straight?
I just kept it straight. I didn't have any. I just kind of showed up and they had made it for me, which was cool.
Well, that must be nice being sample size. I feel that.
Yeah, it has its perks.
Just a standard Keery 69. They handed me the jersey, and then off I
Yeah, they
went.
had it already made. They know.
Oh
they
yeah,
know me.
you wanted 420, right, Joe? We got it. It's no problem.
Yeah, that one wasn't taken.
Okay, so Joe, now that you're living in New York, do you have a car or are you carless?
No, I have two sisters that live here. One of my sisters has a car, so I can reap the benefits of that.
Okay. Do you own like a pickup truck in a different home somewhere else?
No, I don't live. I only have this place here and no car. I'm pretty rootless, to be honest with you.
Bro, you're smart. This is cool as hell. You have one apartment and no car.
Yeah, I barely have an apartment. I kind of like have been. I got an apartment here. I bought an apartment here, which was an amazing, thing I never thought I'd be able to do. And my dad's an architect, and we did some work on it. That's finally done. So
That's
I've kind
nice.
of been homeless, to be honest with you, for about a year.
So he said one house, no X, small circle, big checks.
Yeah.
Go off.
I
Joe.
don't, Joe. When
No
you,
truck, no boo.
No truck.
Okay.
Don't need it.
when you tell me this, it's disheartening because I'm a man that has been much less successful than you and has a higher overhead. Is what I'm discovering, and I don't really, I don't
Keep
really
it really
love.
low.
I don't really love that. You're younger.
Chris said he has got a smaller dick but a bigger nut.
Oh God. Oh God.
Exactly.
No need to laugh at that one, Joe. Thank you. You're sweet.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I think that's very commendable, though. It really is. That's hard to do.
Well, honestly, through no real effort, I guess I'm just sort of like,
But you don't have any dark, I mean, not dark in terms of bad, but just like something that you blow money on that we don't talk about. Pokemon cards, something like sports gambling.
I don't know. Maybe the horse gambling. No, I haven't.
Oh, it's pedals, isn't it? It's pedals and onboard gear.
I've definitely spent some money on like acoustic guitars. I'm kind of starting to get into.
Sure.
Mhm.
Nothing too crazy though. Music equipment for sure, because that stuff is.
That's fine. You're fine.
It's also a decent investment. Like if you keep that stuff and you keep it in pretty good condition, like all the kind of great vintage stuff people are gonna want forever. So
No,
Yeah.
that's really true. I mean, you get to use it, and then it doesn't
yeah,
necessarily depreciate in value.
exactly. As long as you're taking care of this stuff, especially these
As
guitars,
long as you add a little more charm to the telly, it's worth the same or more.
just one little scuff or something, nothing major, just
You
something tiny.
wear a special belt when you play that one, so it gives it a
Yeah.
nice indention on the back.
Exactly.
That's still very responsible because that's stuff you use. You know what I mean? Like that's stuff you use or whatever. So it still feels in
Yeah.
the realm of responsibility to me.
Yeah, I need to be a little less responsible is what I'm kind of learning about myself. in
Welcome
this
home.
chat.
Welcome home,
Yeah,
Joe.
I need to maybe do some crazy stuff. Maybe that's a good idea.
No,
Have you thought about dating a troubling woman that will
That would be probably a good idea.
influence your life negatively?
Your manager's like, no. All right, we're done here. I think I think that if you have the mindset that you have, it would be tough to deviate, even if you were trying to.
Yeah,
I think that's the thing.
I think that is the thing.
Like if I tried to be like you,
yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No, what's your? What's your?
I just like things a certain way. And if that costs money, that's going to cost money, and that's what I'm going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Is kind of how that is. Whether that's traveling or going to whatever it is. I don't collect. I mean, I guess I do, but I don't buy. I don't have like, a car collection.
He could have a few less REM T-shirts that cost $400.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a lot of
Okay.
that. I got a lot of that. But in a similar way to the Fender Twin from 1959, those retain
There
their
you go.
value as well.
Honestly, I wouldn't. I would say they probably do retain their value.
They retain their and the popularity is only
Or
increasing.
at least that's what you tell your mom. At least
That's what I tell my mom and my wife and anyone else who will
and
listen.
you can sweat
anyone else.
them, sweating them a little bit. You make it your own, and then eventually,
I'm adding flavor. I'm adding
certainly
exactly.
some sort of flavor. I would imagine, depending
I'm
on the
adding
day.
my own
also.
salt. I'm
yeah,
adding
we
my,
get a video of you jumping in the ocean with that on, Chris.
Oh, that's
Oh,
the
man.
value skyrockets at that point.
Cha-ching.
Are you collecting T-shirts or no?
No, I don't collect T-shirts. On tour when we were just going on tour, we're doing a little shopping here and there, but
You and the fellas hinting the vintage stores.
that's pretty fun. That's quite fun.
Look at this motherfucker. It's so tame. That's pretty fun.
It's quite fun.
I'm like a pretty tame guy, I think. Generally.
No, it's cool. You have a nice disposition that has probably allowed you to do all this stuff because you seem relatively unfazed, which is a nice way to be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all just like ridiculous and crazy, I guess.
That's
the
right.
fact that any of this has been able to that I can do this for my job, and I mean, I can lose sight of that sometimes, but I try to remind myself, like, dude, your life is amazing, and it could be horrible, and you're really lucky. So every time I think about that, I guess it's also like a way to scare myself straight, like, don't do anything too crazy because you could be, back to busting tables, and I don't want to do
This
that.
could all be over. Yeah, this
Mhm.
could all
Yeah.
be over. No,
Get your gratitude on, player.
Get your gratitude on. Oh, that's funny. I have a tattoo that says that right over here.
It's so weird that you mentioned that.
It seems like you're pretty void of social media. You kind of stay away from that, and I think that's probably the best. Well, maybe
Yeah, as much as I can.
because you don't have like just the Joe Instagram or Twitter or whatever, but you have one for your musical projects, which is kind of like when my wife's mom will create an Instagram profile for like a dog or a cat as a way to
You'll be.
sneak through.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Like I don't have Instagram. I mean, I do for my band. It has 1.4 million,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't use.
I don't use it. Yeah, that's not my thing.
That's marketing tools and everything. But all that is to say, you're probably not spending hours and hours looking at other people's lives and bodies and vacation schedules and things like that. So
It's
that's
just-
helping keep the head on the shoulders.
It's a slippery slope, dude. I mean, for anyone, it's a slippery slope. If I have to, I'll get like, oh, we gotta post this stuff and we're about the tour, da 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 da, and then you download the app, and then all of a sudden, like, you're like, fuck, I spent like 6 hours on that in the past 2 days. Like, this is like it's just
Mhm.
like such a the thing that made me feel so bad about myself for using it is like, if you think about all the cumulative time that you spend looking at some random app when you die, it's like a disgusting number. It's like,
Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. Please don't.
it's horrible. It's actually horrible, and it makes you feel so bad about yourself. But like, they designed it for you to get totally addicted to it. It's like those motherfuckers, man.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It is those
Those
motherfuckers.
motherfuckers.
We're finding that a lot of our sort of musician peers are in a position where they've reached enough success where they don't use it either. It's like I understand that it's like a tool, but I have a label and a manager that can handle that. I
And
don't
get
have
some
to.
help, yeah.
I don't have to engage. And I think it is a smart thing to do if you're trying to make stuff constantly. You need to be in a different mindset
Yeah.
than me, who can. I have the freedom to mindlessly scroll on Instagram and ruin my life.
It's a full-time job doing like running an Instagram page is you got to really kind
Thank
of,
you.
and it takes a lot of like planning and it takes a lot of shit that I'm really bad at. And the reason that like I'm making music isn't because I want to run an Instagram page. It's because I want to screw around with my, dumb toys, adult, guitar, just fiddle around all day.
Yeah.
That's your job. That should
And
be your job.
other people in the musical world that we interview on this podcast use it, social media, for maybe some other reasons. You know what I mean? Maybe they're a little more active in the DMs, we'll say. They use it as a marketing tool, quote unquote.
Joe ain't seen the inside of a DM in a decade. He said, I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
I've never opened one, never seen one.
DM.
What is what does that stand
I
for
like
again?
Depeche Mode. They're cool. What do you mean?
Depeche Mode rocks.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
like
like
Depeche Mode, man.
Yeah,
Great
I mean,
band.
even if the finger starts moving up towards that inbox, Meta, like your business manager just has Meta just pull the plug, just crash it.
Yeah, it just blocks it.
Just for
It
turning
goes
this off.
directly to reverb.com.
Redirect. A quick redirect. Did you you guys played Glastonbury, right?
Yeah, that was insanely fun. Oh my god, that festival. Have you guys been to that festival?
This is something that I struggle with a lot because I want to go. This year's particularly would have been the best year for me to go, and I know that I can't because I'm 42, I'm sober, and I can't. I don't think I could do 5 days.
I can understand that. 5 days, it's a long time. It is no joke.
Did you guys go in and out, or did you hang out after your set?
We were there from Saturday. We rolled up, we woke up and off the bus. We got to get off the bus at 10 a.m. on Saturday, and we were there until Sunday evening. So we were there for 36 hours,
Yeah.
and it seemed like a long time. And it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I saw more music than any festival I've ever been to, and it had a fantastic time. But it's intense, man. It's like full on.
The
Full
only
on.
people I know that are our age that go have been going for so long that they have like
Yes.
muscle memory. It's like their culture.
Yes. Are they British?
Yes.
Yes, they're all British. The British folks, everybody over there is like, mate, can you believe it, man? It's amazing, isn't it? They have such pride in this festival, which I understand because it's like,
We're back amongst it, lads.
yeah, yeah, it's iconic. I mean,
I think that's why the Brits have a little bit of a leg up on us, because other than like the gathering of the juggalos, America would not touch that level of filth with a 10-foot pole. And to have these millionaire celebs out there mucking it up with everybody else, getting sleep on the ground where you can and drinking warm beer that somebody gave, it really does capture that. And America hasn't had that since the 60s, probably, other than the juggalos, of course.
Definitely.
no, that is
Definitely
you're
not.
dead on with it, and it's like,
I mean, you did get helicoptered in and out of the muck, but still,
yeah, I mean, I did take a helicopter, and I did have
the
my
roads were troublesome.
I did
mean,
get a couple B12 IVs every hour.
Otherwise, it was totally normal. It was totally. Yeah, I
Otherwise,
think
it was-
that
in between the IVs, it was intense.
the idea of being able to sort of wait in line for a pint flanked by Alexa Chung and Sienna Miller, and then you see the Libertines play, and then you sleep on the ground. That does sound pretty good, like overall.
It's cool. Yeah, and it has the identity of the festival is different than I've been to a couple. We been to Coachella, been to Lollapalooza, been to Austin Psych Fest, been
Mhm.
to some just like a random Boston Calling, and this festival is like I feel like it originated the idea of like kind of a festy person, and so when you kind of go there, you're like, oh, this is what every festival is trying to do.
Sure,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
yeah.
blueprint. This is the blueprint.
Like this is the blueprint, and it's like this is like where the stereotype is from, and not in a bad way. I just mean like
Yeah.
it's people there are like very, and nothing bad happens there if you think about it. Like everybody
Oh
is really
yeah.
looking out for each other.
In
So
America,
it's
we're
cool.
getting murders. There's no way that's going to go down. There's
There's
no. I
no
mean,
way that's going
they
down.
can't even. Bonnaroo gets canceled because it rains. They can't. They
Yeah,
can't
people are
handle
like
this.
stealing goods from tents, like
Yeah, they can't handle this. They can't handle
looting.
this.
Well,
No.
after you played and you're kind of wandering around, maybe you have a little disguise on, maybe the hat's tucked down a little bit low. Are people being? I feel like people are being more respectful of celebs over there than they are in America as well. Yeah.
Yeah, people. A couple people said, "Hey, love the set or whatever." And festivals are hard, man. It's like a different because a lot of people aren't there for the whole time. People are seeing a bunch of different music, and all in all, I think the experience at that festival was my favorite festival experience we've ever had. Just it felt a little easier, I guess, maybe
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a little looser.
Interesting.
I do think the audience is also very like you're right, there's like a lot going on obviously, but I think they're all like you're saying sort of like psyched to be there and like
Yeah.
engaged in a way
Yeah.
that is a little different too.
And I think the overall energy of the festival, having never been in my entire life, feels like it creates a place where the energy polices itself, where the bands who are normally yelling at the sound guy and screaming at the monitor tech and complaining about this thing and that, it's a little more like, hey, we're leaving the ego at the door. We're going a little more easy breezy. We know that it's, things are not going to be exactly how you want them to be, and we're not going to be a fucking knobhead about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I love that.
For
That's
sure.
what I try to encourage in people as well. You
Yeah.
know, I try to set that tone as often as possible.
Did you, after you finished, had a couple loggers, did you wander into maybe a little rave cave somewhere deep into the woods?
Come on, you know me, man. I'm in bed by 10.
So you didn't watch Charlie and George DJ with like A.G. Cook at 3 a.m?
No, well, I saw Charlie, I saw AG's show, saw Little Father John.
Joe snubbed for the apple dance yet again.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't
Starting
know
to
what
feel
I have
personal
to do.
now.
What do I have to do to be able to do this
I am
dance?
sure that you have a see-through shirt just like Gracie Abrams. I'm sure you have something in your closet that would work.
I have the shirt, but I just didn't get the call. I think I was like maybe 20 people down from top choice.
Sure, there's a list. I think there's a list.
We're thinking about it on the Delta upgrade list. You were not in the top
No,
three.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
No, I don't have.
There's no
Points for that.
global Apple Dance certificates you can use
You know,
for your upgrade.
we keep bringing up mesh this week on the podcast. Do you own any mesh shirts?
I don't think so. Well, I have like a hockey penny from like a while ago. Actually, I'm unloading my closet right now because I'm like moving into this place.
What do you mean by penny? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with that term.
You know, like a penny, like you put it on if you're like scrimmaging or something like that.
So it's like a scrimmage jersey, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's kind of
Okay.
sort of like mesh, but not. I mean, it's like fake.
Right,
mesh.
right.
You guys have any mesh?
I think it's.
No.
I have some gauzy material shirts that are a little bit transparent.
Gauze.
Like, you know what I mean? Like a gauzy texture, I'm saying. Like
That's not
wow.
mesh. That's not
but
mesh.
but it is somewhat see-through. Mesh is too obvious to me.
Mesh is. Yeah.
Mesh. The holes are big enough to where you could read a book through it. Perhaps.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't need anybody seeing that.
No, I feel the same way. I'm like, I'm past the time where I could probably pull mesh off, and it's not going to get any
Yeah.
prettier.
Your body's really bad.
I know.
Yeah, it's all downhill
I
from
know.
here. It's all downhill from here.
I know.
Okay, I want to go back a little bit musically. Let's say we go back cuz you're what, early 30s?
Yeah, 33.
Okay, so let's say maybe like 2005-ish
Yeah.
when the young Joe was being musically crafted and shaped. What were we listening to then?
I mean, I
2005-ish.
very into like classic rock, like AC/DC. Love AC/DC when I was a kid, especially.
Come on, bro. Not
I know.
AC/DC.
Your
Oh,
Boston
no.
is showing, bro. Your Boston
is out. Your Boston is
I know.
all the way out.
You want to hear what's even worse? The Cars, big one.
The
No,
cars
Maybe.
are cool. No,
Love
the cars are cool.
Cars are cool.
That's Boston, baby.
I know
Cars
that's
are
one of your.
Boston.
Well, you know the
Cars
best
of
band
Boston.
the best band from Boston, unless I'm missing something that Joaquin Phoenix did, is the Lemonheads.
Oh well, I mean they are amazing too, but I was gonna say Boston, honestly.
Just
Boston,
the
the
band
band
Boston.
Boston.
That's
That
a good yeah.
album, that was one of my first albums my dad got me. Foreplay, long time. That is just burned into my brain. That So like classic rock stuff obviously was very big for me. And then
Mm-hmm.
kind of like Daft Punk, I guess, was also a real big one. Like listening to Discovery, I got a laptop around that time and downloaded a bunch of music illegally, and that was one of the artists
Sure.
I downloaded. Tribe Called Quest was another one that randomly, I don't know why I downloaded
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a lot of their music.
Okay.
That was like that was like Black Eyed Peas, so I kind of like Black Eyed Peas,
Yes.
kind of random.
Who was it?
No,
Or
well,
like,
honestly, Black Eyed Peas are having a huge renaissance right now
Renaissance. Yeah.
are they really?
because current modern pop music is sort of depressing and minor, and Black Eyed Peas, for all of their faults, made legitimate, fun, partying music that is actually hitting better than we realized, and we didn't know what we had back then.
I think it's true, and everything's sort of it moves obviously in cycles, so it's only a
Yeah,
matter of
and
time.
also why Daft Punk is still, the number one electronic group.
Fantastic. Yeah, they're kind of undeniable.
I didn't know that about Black Eyed Peas, Jason. I'm gonna keep my ears perked.
I mean, for better and for worse.
I don't look.
LMFAO is coming back as well.
No,
Come on.
No, straight up,
that
bro.
might be
I thought
too
he was a
soon.
tennis player now. I thought he's a tennis player.
He is a
now.
tennis player.
Yeah, he's battling out in the 147th round of the Iowa International Open, as well as climbing the charts once again.
Oh, good for
He's getting his mailbox money.
good for Red Foo.
Are you guys tennis fans? You guys watch Wimbledon?
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, I had it on. I love Wimbledon and the French and U.S. Open, all the majors, because I can have them on mute all day while I'm working and sort of dip in and dip out of it. I'm just not. Alcaraz doesn't do it for me. I find him annoying. And I like the Americans because they have like attitude and they're kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're ever going to be able to beat Sinner and Alcaraz. That's the problem.
Yeah, Sinner's looking quite good these days. He's
Is that your guy?
kind of, I think so. Yeah, he's great. He's just like, it's kind of unbelievable.
He's number one for a reason.
I like the way he looks. He looks sophisticated.
Yeah,
In a way, kind of the
Cool
way that
talent.
the one that like Federer, the way that kind of Federer did, like very composed. And I know that goes against what I'm saying because I want somebody who's I don't need Kyrgios, but like a Tiafo or a Ben Shell, like kind of like having fun with it, where these guys are like surgical.
certainly they are. Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
What is up with Kyrgios?
He's kind of, well, he's not in the mix anymore. He's almost like a announcer sort of personality
Yeah, he's a
now.
commentator, Jason. Yeah, he's I don't know if he's on Tennis Channel.
But is he ever going to play again?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Damn.
He's just gonna wear ugly Team Jordans for the rest
How
of his
old
life
is
and
he?
talk.
He's probably like what, like my age,
He's
maybe
30.
33?
He's 30.
He's
crazy.
30 only. Holy shit, man.
But he
Yeah.
was so fun. I saw him play once at the Atlanta Open.
He's so good.
And it was so fun. And like
Yeah.
I don't care who wins or loses. It's just like actually fun to watch, which is
He's an amazing player too. He's like truly gifted.
Did you go to Wimbledon?
Mm-mm. No, I never been to Wimbledon. I've been to the U.S. Open before. That I went last 2 years, I guess, with my parents, and that's amazing. U.S. Open's amazing. And then I went
Yeah.
to the Atlanta Open actually too.
You did go. Yeah, it's fun because it's
Yeah.
like you can get tickets.
Yeah.
Like I paid $200 to sit, in the fourth row.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just that's what I've always been told by my real heads is that like if you really just want to watch tennis, go to Charleston, go to Cincinnati, go
Yeah.
to Atlanta, and just stay for the weekend. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be
that
it's
is
still
the way.
cheaper than going to the US Open.
Oh my God. Yeah, U.S. Open is, yeah, it's crazy.
I've gotten caught at the US Open on one of those like I'm with a friend who loved Rafa too much and we had to stay till like 2:30 a.m. You know what I mean? I just don't have that in me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't have that in me. I got to go home.
That's late.
Joe,
It's late.
any
It's late.
back to music really quick. I was listening to the new record. My
Oh,
wife,
yeah.
my wife and I were enjoying it this morning
Hey, thanks.
in Palm Springs. I couldn't help but notice some Strokes influence in the tunes.
Oh, for sure.
But is it possible that you have made Strokes sounding music better than the Strokes can make in 2025?
Absolutely not. Completely
I
disagree.
may have worded. I mean, obviously, you're not going to answer that question with any other answer other than that. But I was thinking like, Julian's got the Voids and he's doing that thing and current Strokesy music, and I was like, I think this motherfucker may be strokesing better than the Strokes are strokesing right now. Obviously,
Damn.
early Strokes
Untouchable.
untouchable by anyone.
Yeah.
But you were too young for the first Strokes like real when it
Yeah,
like
when it hit, I was too young.
$3 bill MTV2 like
That is one of my favorite live performances ever. That is like an unbelievable, stylish, and
who
amazing.
shot it? Was that like a Spike Jones thing?
I think it was Spike
Yeah,
Jones. Yeah.
that shit's amazing, and it comes up. It's funny, like Jason was saying about Black Eyed Peas, but I feel like that performance and like clips and screenshots from that come around every few years
Oh
as
my
like
God.
this is
Yeah,
it.
those guys are. I mean, that's a huge. That one I didn't mention when you asked me that other question, but I definitely remember, being in my parents' garage and finding that exact concert because I used to, I'm from outside of Boston, but I couldn't make music in the house because it was too loud. So I'd go out to this
Sure.
garage. It was like an unheated, it's just like a shed pretty much, and roll little tiny joints and like smoke my joint and like record a little music. And like I remember finding out about the Strokes and just being, there's certain times and when you just connect with an artist and you're like, I cannot believe somebody has done this. It's like
Mm.
it's a combination of like you're so jealous of something, but you also really want to be a part of something, I guess. And when I have this feeling, I'm like, oh, this is something really so great. So they're great. I mean, I like all their music. I think all their music honestly will stand the test of time. And I think it's just really
Yeah.
interesting and they're all very talented. And obviously Julian is just kind of from a different planet sort of and has this like special X factor.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
way that people aren't like that anymore, kind of.
Yeah, he just is like different. Yeah, he's different.
We saw them play a couple years ago. They did a show for the J. Crew 40th anniversary at Pier 17, and they played like 5 songs, and they looked like they hated being there. They were making fun of it the whole time, but it was unbelievable how good they were.
Yeah.
It was like a real, it was like, these guys don't want to do this. It doesn't matter. They're just that good.
Yeah.
I'd seen them on the first tour. And so I hadn't seen them in whatever, 20 years or something at that point. So it was it was fun to be like, wow, these guys still got it.
Yeah, I saw them their first LA show.
Definitely.
Wow.
Yes. Atlanta. I saw the Atlanta show for sure.
Where was it in Atlanta? Where was it in both what was the venue that you guys saw him in?
I saw them. We saw the LA was at it's called the Avalon now, but it was at the Palace. I think it was called the Palace back then. And then we went and saw them in San Diego like the day before. I remember. I mean, it was probably I don't know 800 cap venue.
I don't remember. I want to say Tabernacle, but I think Tabernacle is too big.
It might have
for
been
that era.
Yeah.
But I also feel like they're one of those bands that like they booked a tour and then the record comes out and then it's like, oh shit, we got to upgrade every venue. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, I think maybe that would make sense.
Because Tabernacle you've been there. It's special. It's cool.
It's very cool. I saw Wilco there. Amazing show.
It's a that's a great Wilco venue.
Oh, it was amazing. So good.
I used to have a friend who worked the door there, and I would bring her dinner, and I could go to any show I want. So I saw like Nick Cave, PJ Harvey, like everything that came there, I would go see. And it was
so good.
So I have some great memories attached to that place.
So was this a friend zone situation? You're simping, bringing her dinner and stuff?
No, I was.
It was purely transactional.
I was like, if Ryan Adams is playing here, I need to be in the building.
You said you want white meat or dark meat. Ryan Adams playing.
Yeah, I said, do you want white meat or dark meat? If Nick Cave is playing for 1,000 people, like I need to be there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of you going down to the old shed and rolling up a pinner and firing up the Strat, it was feeling very, Springsteen-esque, just some American music being made in an American garage with some Levi's on kind of thing. And then I was thinking about the Springsteen biopic with our friend.
Yeah. Jeremy Allen White, yeah.
Jeremy Allen White. Number one, you could have been a contender for that role. Number two, are there any other have anyone or has anyone approached you about any biopic role since you are an actor who is also a legitimate musician? Now, what if you play Julian in the Strokes biopic? Want to feel old?
Oh,
there we go.
I don't know if they should make a biopic about those guys.
Unfortunately, he's not. The age gap is not wide enough for that to really happen. He's like, I'll just do it myself. But
We could get you, Joe. We could get you some ugly, puffy basketball sneakers, so you can start getting into character if you want.
Yeah,
know?
you could rip my jeans for me.
Knicks colored like Adidas high tops. I think we'd get you right there. We'd get you very close.
So any interest in any biopicking? Have the agents? Did you audition for Bruce?
No, I didn't audition for that. I think with these, it's hard, man. It's hard. I mean, there are good ones that exist, but it's
Like what?
well, I don't know, walk the line. I guess it depends on what your
Yeah.
depends on what your
Hey, I like the Doors.
yeah, the Doors. I mean, it's like I don't know. I think it's really hard, man. I think it's a hard thing to do well.
Well, I feel like the problem is you have to either choose an amazing musician or an amazing actor. You don't get both, so they have to learn one of the skills, kind of, or at least improve greatly on one of the skills. If you have to do both,
I think like the main thing that I take issue with is like some of these people are iconic. They're like larger than life, and something I love about movies is like when it shines a light on something that you don't know about. So when we're
Yeah.
making movies about these people who you know everything about, it's sort of like, what's the point of me watching this? So,
Yeah.
there are certain musicians who like, I don't know. Honestly, the first person who comes to mind is Sid Barrett, founding member of Pink Floyd. I do not want to do this movie. Founding member of Pink Floyd, but has kind of this breakdown and sort of ends up exiting the band before kind of their most iconic music is made. Like that's kind of an interesting story. Another person who I think would be really interesting is if they made a Phil Lynott biopic. The singer of Thin Lizzy, who is Irish and black and just like an interesting guy and like lived an interesting life.
Yeah.
And you don't want to play that role either, just to be clear.
No, that one I don't think I would be right for.
I don't think I'm super appropriate for that one. It's just
I mean,
I don't think I'm right for
I was thinking, like, I was watching the Winehouse biopic, and the girl from Industry, she does such a good job on that show, and I'm watching her on the Winehouse doc, and it's her film to lose. Like, no one can do that. You're asking this person to do such an impossible task.
Yeah.
Winehouse is a great example.
Yeah.
Or like, who's going to play Kurt Cobain in a movie? I guess you could do that, Joe. Maybe.
It's exactly what I mean. It's like,
who's really going to do it?
It's too hard to really, another one that was really interesting was the Todd Haynes movie, the I'm Not There, I'm Still Here. I forget the Bob Dylan one. Where all the different actors played Bob Dylan at different periods of his life. So it's like more of a kaleidoscope about the essence of somebody rather than like a, retelling of the story. And like, I don't know, Jamie Foxx does a really good Ray Charles, but does it make it a really good movie? I don't know. Like, I'm impressed with him that he's able to do such a great,
but like, is the movie
Ray,
actually good? Sure, yeah.
But is the movie actually good? Or like, what's kind of the point in a way?
Is that a movie I would want to watch?
Yes, I think. And no, I don't know. It's fine if you do want to watch it, but
the Bible's probably good. I don't want to read it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's your problem, man. You should read that thing.
That is. Jason's got a lot of problems. One thing, he's never read the Bible all the way through.
Cure what ails me. Joe, how's your protein intake going?
I actually just had a protein shake today, so I'm going great.
Okay, wow. So
I never have a protein shake, and I went to a smoothie place on a break today when we were just working, and I was like, you know what? Put protein in that. And then they
Was it because you were about to come to an episode of How Long Gone with Chris Black, Protein God?
I just knew I had
subconsciously,
to be, bulking.
You had to do 100 push-ups before you got on. It's like when an R&B singer goes on stage, you got to have the shirt off. You're going Trey Songz mode for this podcast. I already know.
Exactly.
And Joe's like, yeah, R&B singer. Those guys, only those guys do it.
Yeah. Are you like a Manhattan guy or a Brooklyn guy?
Manhattan.
You are. Yeah, smart. I can
Nothing
tell.
against Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn.
No, it's fine. This is a Brooklyn negative podcast, even though that's our probably biggest listenership.
Is Brooklyn negative?
I would rather live in Connecticut. You know what I mean? If I'm not going to live in New York, I'm going to live. And I feel like you might.
Is that true? You really would?
Yeah, dude. I'm not living in. I mean, those places are beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like Fort Greene, Cobble Hill, all that shit is fucking nice. It's just.
It's nice.
It's more like Boston than it is New York, though. To be honest.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that.
What would you compare it to?
Man, that's a good question. You know what? There are parts of Brooklyn that actually do remind me of Cabbage Town,
Yeah,
funnily
yeah, for
enough.
sure. I could see that for sure.
And I do like that. I do like, in Manhattan, you don't really, there are like parts of it that are tucked away, but not really.
Yeah, if you there's a $10 million townhouse in the West Village that's tucked away, but there's
Yeah.
nothing else.
There's nothing, there's like a million people walking by all the time. So there's something kind of like really nice that seems a little bit more neighborhoody about certain areas over there, which I
Yeah,
like.
no, it's 100% more neighborhoody, 100%.
Yeah.
And Chris says that's what's bad about
But
it.
you go out there? Do you go out there? Did you say your sister lives there?
Yeah, I got one sister who lives in Greenpoint and another sister who lives in like Fort Greene. So I'm kind of bouncing over there all the time.
I'll say, okay, so you're a man of the. You're on the city bike. You're on the
I
train.
just rode over the bridge like 2 days ago on that city bike. It's great.
I've recently started using city bike in the last like month. I'd never used it
It's
before.
so good.
It's the only way to get around. I feel stupid, but I was scared.
Oh, it's so good. It's so so good and very much worth it. You may look like a little bit of a fool. I feel like da 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 da, but
Sure.
it's worth it.
Luckily, I always feel like a fool, so the accessories don't really change that.
Ah.
Look,
you
as
know?
long as you don't wear a helmet, you'll be okay.
Yes, you're
You know what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah.
And you still look
Hey,
badass.
Joe's like, I wore a hat. That's enough, right?
That's enough, right? That'll protect me.
You'll bounce right off.
Okay, so you're all done filming final season of Stranger Things. That is behind you, and now that comes out in September or November.
Yeah, November.
So you have from now until November, and then as soon as that's over, then Stranger Things is behind you.
Yeah, I mean, for me now, I'm done. I mean, all I got to do is
I mean, you're gonna have to do press tours
Yeah.
and marketing and podcast appearances and stuff.
You'd be surprised though,
for the
actually.
next few
It's like
months.
the press is a little lighter than you'd think. Because there's so many people, they can divide it amongst all the people pretty evenly. So when it
Uh,
comes to actually promoting the show, I have to do a couple weeks or something, but really it's not as bad as like a traditional sort of promo tour that you'd have to do for like a
right.
film, I think. I think it's a lot easier.
Yeah. I guess also with Netflix, they just press one button and Stranger Things.
It's up. And
You
people
know,
are gonna,
Yeah.
They don't have to, it's just like Coca-Cola. It's like, here it is.
here you go.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's not a hard sell at this point. No,
So is it bittersweet?
Yeah.
We're ready to close this chapter, move on?
I mean, a mix. I think it was super bittersweet. I mean, kind of crazy, really, that I was doing it for so long, and it's sort of time flies, I guess. And it's been 9 years since it came out. It's like, what the
Yeah.
hell? What happened? Sort of.
And
So,
what's the year difference between these last two seasons?
oh man, I think 15, maybe 15 years since the last season came out. I have no idea.
Because what happens basically with this stuff is you do a show, it becomes a runaway hit. Everybody's booked, everybody's doing other things, and it's hard to get the band back together.
Yeah,
To
and COVID
I mean,
and the strike.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the COVID and the strike alone, like, sent us back, I think, 2 years. It's like,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
so since the last one came out in 2022,
Oh, that's a long
it's a
time.
long.
2022. Okay, yeah. And you were in Atlanta where they were like,
COVID didn't matter. Yeah, I was down there.
COVID mattered less in Atlanta than it did in LA. We'll say
It did. That's
We were
science.
definitely at Lenox Square at the same time, tearing the mall up.
scientifically.
No
speaking.
mask.
Oh, yeah.
No mask. Do you have? Does the appetite for acting? Like, are you good? Like, do you want to just make music, or do you think that you
Man,
want?
if I get a job, I'd love to do it. If I can book a job, but I can't seem to do it.
You're like, I'm actually open for. So, are you doing? Do you do a lot of auditions? Like, are you active?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll still like audition for stuff and
Do you want us to help you?
please, where can I
Okay.
can I give you my resume? Yeah, I mean,
Any help? Do you guys know Lena Dunham? I love her
Yeah.
new show. If you could just.
We spend a lot of time at San Vicente Bungalows, Joe.
Yeah,
We
listen.
movers and shakers. You ever heard of
Listen.
A24?
I'll give you some headshots. You could just leave them on a couple tables. That would be fucking great.
That's a great idea.
honestly.
They would think you were applying to be a waiter, but we could still
They'd be
figure
like,
it out.
oh, this guy, yeah, he'd be a perfect bar back.
Yeah, he'd be
Perfect.
great here. He's good with fresh ice.
Joe said no job too small right now. He's kind
Yeah,
of
no
open.
job too small. Anything. Open for anything.
I just feel like when you, it's nice to have something else going on though, because I feel like if
Oh, man.
I feel like if you do a TV show for 9 years, for whatever 9 years, in total, a lot of people, if they don't have something on deck, they're lost because it's like that's all you've done.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky enough to like get a couple things under the belt and worked on some other stuff, but to also have this job, that well, it's like my hobby that's kind of turned into a job. It's been great because I'm a bit of a workaholic and like to keep busy. So, if things were slow on the show or I was like kind of tied up but not working, which ends up happening a lot when you're on something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this, I kind of could just fill my own time and stay busy and just sort of ended up doing all this stuff. So yeah, I didn't plan on doing all this music really, and then all of a sudden just sort of like it happened this way again. So just
Hmm.
happy to be kind of moving and shaking and keep going,
Now, look, if the market demands it, you have to give them what they want, man. That's just
Got to do
that's
it.
what it is.
When Glastonbury calls, you must
You
go.
must go. Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess I'll play. Oh, are we
I
opening or
guess I'll
closing? Do we
go.
play
I guess
before or
I'll
after
go.
1975? I'll do it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
How do you how did you end up meeting Eugene,
Oh,
our dear friend of the show? Were you, for our listeners, Joe was in a film. What was that? It was 2020 Spree,
yeah.
something like that. It was
Yeah.
like came out like right at the start of COVID. Eugene's been on the show a couple times. He's a fan favorite because he's such a fucking
A legend.
amazing little psycho. Smartest guy I've ever met.
I don't know if that's definitely true or not. I think he's a Jason favorite. I don't know if everyone likes it as much as I like it. Quite a
Eugene?
lot.
Sure,
but,
sure,
you know,
sure.
Eugene,
He's an
man, he
acquired
is
taste in a good way.
truly amazing and a gifted filmmaker and just like a compelling and smart guy, I think.
Hmm.
Just great.
Did you have to convince your team about this, or were they cool about you doing something that was a little more, on the fringes of cinema?
Yeah, I don't know if everybody was pumped about it, but I think like people kind of saw the vision. I guess like the script was just really funny to me and scary at the same time, which is a great combo.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I kind of just felt like, well, this is like a real different thing. I mean, generally, when you're working on something, you want to do the exact opposite. So I'd come from Stranger Things, which was kind of like traditional filmmaking, and the character was very much one thing, and this felt like kind of the opposite. So for
Yeah,
me, it was
yeah.
just an enticing,
Hmm.
opportunity.
What is your script reading strategy? Do you skim?
You a skimmer?
Do you go straight into it?
I just got to go straight in, but I will say you can tell pretty quickly, at least for me, if it's going to be something that you're into. If it's like if you have to like struggle to finish the script, or if you get bored,
Hmm.
you're not gonna. I don't know. It's probably boring.
If you don't have
So
Instagram on your phone and then you get bored, I would kill myself. I wouldn't know what to do.
yeah.
I'd be lost.
What if the script is boring but the offer is high?
You can make it
Well,
work.
people are. I mean, I know people who have come, decided to do things that they don't want to do, and then they do it. And I think if your hand is forced, that sucks. I mean, that's
Hmm.
partly why I keep the overhead so low, is because you don't want
Yeah.
to, be in that position where you're like, shit, I gotta do this, but it
Got to
sucks.
go back and do a couple Chicago fires. Keep the lights on.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Wait a second. Is
Exactly.
that Joe? Is that
Hands and
is
knees.
that is that Joe on Law and Order season 28? I thought he was kind of
Yeah.
past this. I thought we had kind of,
Not above extra work.
That's weird. Burn Victim 4.
just a guest star on the
He
table
just
here
loves.
in
He
the
just loves being on set.
Yeah, no lines.
No
Totally
lines.
naked.
no lines. Yeah, it was weird. They made me like lay down. It was like an autopsy thing, so I didn't have to talk.
No lines, naked.
Yeah, full frontal. I saved it for something that was really worth it.
I was worried, but it was worth it. It paid off in the end. It paid off in the end.
Well, I guess it is good that you do have the Stranger Things. I mean, I don't know how much money you have made from that, but it's been a wildly successful show, and I'm sure things have been okay. So that can help you be very picky and choosy about what exactly you want to do.
I mean,
But sometimes
yeah.
it seems I kind of like when sometimes people's hand is forced, and then they end up doing something, like Charlie Sheen on Two and a Half Men, where you're like, what the fuck is going on?
This is
And then it
sick.
ends
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and then he ends up just like killing it,
Yeah. Or I also
I'm not
think,
saying that I don't want that to happen for you,
no,
but it's
like Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
something
exactly,
like that.
exactly.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
it's like, if I don't do this movie, I'm going to have to sell my house. So I'm going
my
to.
bitch wife is taking everything.
Isn't that also
Exactly.
No Country for Old Men? Brolin, I'm pretty sure was like
Yeah,
broke,
yeah,
right?
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's-
Yeah. I mean, it's the reason Oasis is reuniting. Noel's getting
Yeah.
divorced, and he's going to get taken to the cleaners. So it's like it's good for everybody.
I didn't
sometimes.
realize that. Is that true? That sucks.
That I swear, I'm not joking. I feel like they announced the divorce was happening, and maybe 6 months later,
Damn.
maybe a year.
I don't
max.
think it wasn't going to put Noel out on the street, but he has a certain standard of living, and kids who have a standard of living that he has to. He was looking 20 years down the runway and saying,
He's like, I got five kids named Ananias that don't have jobs. We got to figure something out. Like, there's only so many Burberry family campaigns we can do. Like, we got bills to
I'd
pay.
hate to sell the lake house, or at least have to rent it out partially.
I'd hate to sell the crumbling mansion in the Cotswolds. It's got a lot of stonework we need to repair.
So if we're not spending the bucks on the Balenciagas, on the Rick Owens, we probably have some chrome in the wardrobe, but are we how are we are we investing the money anywhere at least? Do you have somebody that deals with it and we don't talk about it, or is it a little real estate, some stocks?
Oh yeah, I've got
Okay.
myself at least covered in that regard. I'm not doing nothing with it, but just
Okay.
You're not doing nothing with it. You're just not spending it, which is
yeah.
at least you're seeing some results. If you don't have to,
Okay.
I think that's the smart approach. I think that's the smart approach.
But we're
And
not investing in restaurants, your friend's bar.
Yeah, you're not putting 50 grand into a pizza place that's going to bomb in Greenpoint.
Not yet, I guess.
Not yet. You're like, if you have any decks for me to look at, I'd love to
Send
check
them
it
my way.
out.
If you have any,
Any friends from high school that have a t-shirt company in the works?
yeah, that's a great idea, man. That's a really good idea.
Once we finish, I'll send you my deck. And no pressure, but
That's
it's like
genius, man. I should invest in a pizza company.
this is what the world needs. This is what the world needs.
Okay, so do we have any more touring on the horizon this summer or rest of the year?
Yeah, we're doing some like opening shows, and then for Gracie Abrams, which will be cool.
Oh, nice.
And then we're doing Lollapalooza, which I'm pretty excited to do because Chicago, and
We are too. We're doing Lollapalooza. What day, Jason? The 31st, the first day.
Either that or the first.
Are you going to be there? Then are you going to be there?
yeah,
Are you
I think I'm
gonna...
gonna be there the whole weekend. Yeah, I'm just
All
gonna
right.
be
Well,
danging.
let's hang. We'll be there.
Let's hang. Love to. It's gonna be great. Lollapalooza. I've had such a really nice time at that festival, so it'll be cool. And then we're doing some like a month of touring at the end of September, like end of September through October. And so that'll be really kind of like a nice way to end the year, and
Okay.
working on new music and just keeping the ball rolling, I guess, really, and sort of like as these kind of fun opportunities pop up, just hopefully things can kind of like slot in. Like I said, I don't really have any acting jobs lined up, so it's sort of like it's the first time in a long time that I've had nothing in the future. So
Where do y'all want me to play? Sure, fuck it. I'll come.
I know.
Well, I mean, that
Yeah.
being said, you're doing 2 nights at the Greek in LA, so it's not exactly like we're just
Yeah, you're not.
kicking the can down the
It's
line
true.
waiting for the phone to ring.
It's
You're
true.
doing real shows
It's
and
true.
multiple ones.
I can't. Yeah, that is true. That is
How
true.
big? How big is the band?
It's 7 people. So I mean, it's basically an excuse to just get all your buddies to play together. So the band is all my friends from Chicago. Who I met through waiting tables, and
Love that. We love a real band story. It's so rare these days.
well, it's also like you spend so much time on the road, and why not have it? I mean, apart from these guys being amazing musicians, it's populated just with my friends. A pal from it's great. My pal Sam, who we grew up and went to first grade together, and he worked at KPMG
Mm-hmm.
and has kind of been playing with the band. So he's like this like business guy slash like rock
So,
star.
he's still a consultant at KPMG, but he's able to play guitar when you need him.
Yeah.
So you're not the only millionaire person who has this as their side gig. Got it.
This guy's like, yeah, that's actually
It's a dad man. Well, now that you're telling me this great story of how everyone met and then you went off, you did the acting, you reunited with the original band, we're going on tour. Post Animal is what they're called, by the way.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to say who's going to play Joe in the Joe biopic.
Well,
It's
listen,
not
if
who,
I can't get that job, then I'm truly a horrible actor.
But I'm saying your story is becoming worthy of a great biopic, and whoever is going to play the young Joe hasn't even been born yet. Okay?
That is
Just want to leave you with some food for thought, Joe. Thank you for
That's
joining
fine.
us. Thank you for
Yeah.
joining us.
You don't have to marry them; they're just going to play you.
No, we appreciate it, and good luck in the stew.
Thanks, man.
And honestly, we'll be in Lollapalooza, so we'll figure it out.
What's the name?
Yeah, we'll see you at Lolla. We'll see you at the after party, bro.
Absolutely. Sounds
Good to
great.
see you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Good to see you.
Later.
Later.
It's one-on-one.